Hi, my name is Mike the Intern. I work with 104.7 The Cave. This is Kristen.
Hi, I'm from the Naked Lunch with Q102, and we just want to welcome you to our first ever Passions Party training video.
You told me this was a cook. I'm out of here.
We can cook too, it's fine.
Okay, well, then we're in the next few minutes. The health department's here to go over some of the rules and regulations, and you have to have a permit before you start cooking chili.
Or else you can't cook any, and you'll have to leave.
And we would like to introduce our very special guest, Linda from the health department.
Yay, Linda!
Thanks, guys. I appreciate the introduction. Let's get started with everything you need to do to have a successful and safe Sertoma chili cook-off. The first thing you'll need to know is that you will be receiving a permit request form on Friday evening. You want to keep a hold of that because we will be arriving at 6 a.m. regardless of what time you choose to arrive.
I might be a little hungover from the night before. Can we say like 9:30?
No. But when you do arrive, be sure that you take your utensils, cooking pots, all food contact surfaces, back to the kitchen where you will see the Sertoma staff, and they will have filled the sinks where you will dip your utensils in a mild sanitizing solution.
Yes, ma'am.
Anyone who has long hair, shoulder-length hair, is required to have their hair pulled back, braided, however they would like to style it, with a hair restraint. That could be a ball cap, a hairnet, a combination of both.
What about beards?
Beard restraints are not normally required unless you have a very long beard. Be sure that your beard, if you so choose to wear one, is closely cropped and neat.
What about mustaches?
All of your meat ingredients should be from an approved, inspected source with a USDA stamp.
I think what she's trying to say is keep your meat in its package for once in your life.
If you should bring your meat supply from a locker plant, for example, that carcass should have been under USDA inspection, and therefore you should have proof that it is USDA inspected or it cannot be used. All potentially hazardous foods brought to your booth that morning should be on ice and should be held at least 41 degrees or below.
Again, keep your meat off the ice.
So again, all meat should be coming in from an approved, inspected site. You may use proof of purchase, and also USDA stamp is required.
What about venison?
No wild game is allowed.
That means I can cook deer chili, right?
No wild game, venison, and so forth will be allowed.
It's okay, he wouldn't be able to get one anyways.
In addition, all other potentially hazardous foods are required to come from an approved, inspected source in their original packaging. For example, no slicing and dicing of raw vegetables or other food items at home.
So what you're saying is don't make my mom prepare it for me the night before.
Every preparation step will take place in your approved, inspected site that has been permitted for the day, which is your Sertoma chili cook-off booth.
It's like your own little restaurant.
As you prepare your chili, you're going to want to cook it up to a temperature of 165 degrees and hold it at all times during the day at 135 degrees or above.
But I've heard that once the chili gets cold, the flavors are able to come together and it tastes better.
This is to prevent any foodborne illness bacteria from growing and also to lower all risks of foodborne illness to the public.
Yeah, you don't want a foodborne illness, although you do look skinny when you puke.
It is important to remember that if you want to taste test your chili as you're cooking it, to use a single service utensil one time and throw it away. No double dipping. No using a food utensil to taste test.
It's like your old girlfriends. Just try them out once and you throw them away.
All paper goods, open food items need to be stored above the floor. All food items should be properly labeled, arrive in their original container, with one exception. Many people have special spice recipes. If you bring in a combination of spice ingredients and you've labeled it spices on that container, that will be acceptable.
Sweet.
A hand wash station is required in your chili cook-off booth, and that consists of a cooler with a spigot filled with warm water, a bucket on the floor to catch the dirty water, soap and paper towels immediately by that container.
Told you.
This hand wash station is required to be located in a convenient area to all of the cooking staff inside your booth. In addition, when you use the public restrooms, by all means, wash your hands there. But when you return to the booth, you are required to use the hand wash station there inside the booth immediately before serving the public again.
Can we use Germex?
No, use the hand wash station.
Deal, Linda.
You'll also want to protect your chili during the day. For example, you should have a designated server or servers.
Okay, so I'll be the DS and you can be the DD.
DS.
Designated server. Duh.
The lid should be on the chili when you are not serving it.
No, Mom. I called. I swear. I
37
called.
points. Words with friends. I got jeans. J. Triple.
Mom, I have to let you go.
Oh, we're back.
And that is why you have a front table and a back table in your booth. All food preparation, including chili preparation and serving of open foods, will be required to be on your back table. If you so choose to serve cheese, onions, crackers, if they are not pre-packaged, they are required to be on the back table. Or you may have a sneeze guard on the front table with all open foods behind that sneeze guard to protect the food from the public as they walk through and down the aisles to taste test.
I brought your sneeze guard.
Be sure to remember to store your utensils in the hot food, as you do not want to store food-soiled utensils at room temperature on the table beside your cooking containers. In addition, you may make up a mild solution of bleach water. There will be staff on hand that can check to be sure it's not too strong.
What's the worst the health department can do to me if I don't follow these rules?
The Sertoma kitchen will be closing at 4 p.m. on Saturday. If you wish to wash any pots, pans, cooking utensils before that time, please feel free to do so. There will be grease barrels inside the kitchen area where you may scrape your cooking utensils clean, but please do not use the public restroom for any of those activities.
Yeah, because those bathrooms are going to see enough bad stuff that day.
Myself and the other health staff will be looking forward to working with you for a successful and safe Sertoma chili cook-off. Thank you very much.
Thanks for taking the time to watch this video. We'll see you February the 18th at the Expo Center for the Sertoma Chili Cook-Off. Did we leave anything out?
Remember, in addition to your permit, your 4 forms of ID, your background check, and proof of employment, if you cannot turn all this stuff in, we will track you down, your family down, your friends down, and let them know you cannot follow directions.
What he said. Can I cook naked?
No, you won't be able to do that.
Cut.
Be like Chernobyl.